Dolphins fans, all you can say after that one is a win is a win. The Miami Dolphins thankfully beat the 2-10 New Orleans Saints at home 21-17, but it took everything we had. It took luck, it took defense, and it took a great game from a great player we have, Achane. Um, but man, coming into this week and coming off of the bye especially, I thought the Dolphins should be able to handle the Saints. This is a confidence builder for a team that wants to go on a little run, a little magical run while they're in the hunt still. And, we beat the Bills. Then we went to Spain, got the win. Don't complain about the score. We're in Spain. Don't complain. And so I thought we'll have positive momentum, especially coming off of a bye where Achane, of course, will have a great game like he did. And then Tua will be able to come in and also build his confidence and have a good game and be able to make some throws down the field, especially like what he did against the Bills. We had an explosive play. We had some big plays. That's what I wanted Tua to do coming off of that game in Spain, come back home, do his thing. But he basically did the opposite. I mean, he was just a game manager out there. He was out there to hand the ball to Achane and on third down, hopefully make a play and dink it to Malik Washington. I mean, he had 157 yards, 12 completions, and on 23 attempts and a pick. That pick where he threw it up to Waddle trying to make an explosive play, should not have thrown that and didn't even throw it anywhere near to where Waddle could make a play. So it was intercepted, of course. But, I mean, Darren Waller, Tua, he doesn't usually... the Dolphins don't really distribute the ball to a variety of receivers. But in this case, it was like, come on. Like, Jalen Waddle had one reception, 6 yards in the first half. Darren Waller had 47 because he had that big 34-yard pass down the field. And he led the game with 47 yards. But man, this passing game was nothing. It was nothing. It was just all about stopping Achane, which was tough to do for the Saints. But you would love to see more from Tua, because we shouldn't just, we can't. It's nice that we can rely on a run game and we have a run game, but it's also like it's the Saints. Every team has beaten the damn Saints. Why can't we be able to throw the ball against the Saints? So definitely not an inspiring victory for the Miami Dolphins, man. But it did come down to their defense, which was able to come away with 3 turnovers this game. 2 of them actually counted. Minkah Fitzpatrick, big play. He's obviously the player of the game. He forced a fumble, then had a big pick 2 off of a 2-point conversion that could have tied the game. And thankfully, it did not tie the game. But it was able to give us 2 points, and those 2 points came in really, really clutch for the Miami Dolphins because, the Saints were able to recover that onside kick, and we were over there and around if it was an onside kick or not. So it gave us a real heart attack. Maybe it shouldn't. Maybe it should have been an onside kick. It stand. It was an onside kick. It was legal, according to the officials that reviewed the play. So the Miami Dolphins are currently down 21-7 with the Saints driving. Tyler Shuck, who just heated up right in front of our eyes, who grew right in front of our eyes this game, and built the Miami Dolphins, gave him the ability to build confidence after defense came out pretty lackluster after the first half. I mean, they gave up a touchdown right away and a 2-point conversion. Tyler Shuck builds his confidence. He looked good in that second half. But the last series of the game, man, he had Chris Olave. Like, he threw it up, gave him a shot. Best receiver gives him a shot, and it went right through his hands. I mean, if Jack Jones did not have a chance, he fell down trying to get the ball. If Chris Olave were to put his hands together, he would have caught that ball, and the Dolphins fans would have been rioting. We would have currently had I don't know what would happen. The Miami Dolphins fans would have stormed the field if they ended up losing that game like that. And what was I saying is, for the pick 2, the Saints weren't able to just, dink and dunk their way to field goal range if we didn't get that. If we, they recover the onside kick, it's 19-17. They're able to, short pass their way, run their way to field goal range with a great kicker that's his first game, in the NFL. They would have been able to win this game, but thankfully Minkah got that pick 2, returned it, did his thing, and that really helped the Miami Dolphins, and that saved the Miami Dolphins and Mike McDaniel's whole thing. That might have just saved Mike McDaniel's job. Very underrated play by Minkah Fitzpatrick. But as I said, Tyler Shuck, man. I mean, guy was a second-round pick, in a not quarterback-heavy draft. The controversy, they should have took Shador, should have taken Shador. Guy doesn't really look too good. Then he starts to pick it up over a couple weeks, and this week, this is a pretty inspiring performance if you're a Saints fan. 239 yards, 26-38, 2 touchdowns. He did have a pick where he absolutely got read like a book by Rasul Douglas. But man, he did his thing. His first half looked terrible. Dolphins defense was amazing. But then he came out, running the ball, doing his thing. That opened up some pass plays. He was able to put it downfield, make some confident throws. And almost get you in a position to win the game. Coming back from 16-0. So, I mean, he did his thing. You know, 2 important touchdown drives he was able to march down the field with, and almost won the game miraculously in a miracle fashion for the New Orleans Saints. But they didn't win the game. The Dolphins won the game, 21-17. And now it's time to talk about Devon Achane, man. Devon Achane is the greatest offensive player in the league, no doubt. He's able to do everything. You know, he makes this this whole line's really, come on. You know, Mike McDaniel's also is part of this, but he also makes this whole running game flow. And he had the whole offense in the Miami Dolphins team on his back today. 134 yards rushing with a touchdown. First touchdown of the game. He was able to go, I think, 29-yard touchdown. And I mean, they didn't give it to him receiving. They didn't run any of those specialized Devon Achane screen plays really this game. He only had 1 target. But man, he's the offense right now. He's the offense. This running game with Brunskill coming in as the 6th lineman, able to block. You got the toss to the right, to the left. He's able to do his thing, and honestly, he's amazing. He's amazing. Whatever he wants to get paid, he gets paid, because this guy has wheels. He has vision. He can do things in the receiving game when we draw him up when we call on his name to give us some receiving plays, which Tua was not able to do today to anybody. He's the offense. He definitely won us this game also with Minka Fitzpatrick. But the problem is we had such an amazing run game this game, and it was just going, it was flowing, but there were just times that Mike McDaniel just didn't call on it. The announcers were like in awe that he didn't call on it. We had a crucial 3rd and short, and then it turned into 4th and short. And it was just like, we get the first down, we were able to milk the clock away, and the announcers were in complete shock. Then we go to Ollie Gordon on 4th down, which is, it usually leads to good results, as you know. And what happened in Spain gets absolutely stuffed at the goal line. So we think we go with our big back on 4th and 1, and he tries to cut to the outside. He's a rookie. That's probably a rookie mistake. He knows probably not to do that now. Use your size, use your body, to just power your way through the whole line. And he doesn't get it, and that's what leads to Dolphins turning over the ball on downs. I believe it leads to the field goal, and that's what happens. But man, in that situation, you go to Devon Achane. There was also a series, excuse me, in the 4th quarter where it's 1st and 10 on the New Orleans 11. We're on the goal up, we're in the red zone, and we go Tua pass incomplete to Darren Waller. He was way too out of bounds. He didn't know where he was at. Tua let him out of bounds. I don't know what I'm talking about. Tua led that Darren Waller out of bounds. It would have been a wide open touchdown if you put it on him. Then we go Tua pass incomplete short left. Then we go sack Chase Young. So we go 3-0 at the goal line because we didn't even try to run it on 1st down or anything. Just set us up with Devon Achane. Devon Achane is averaging 6 yards a carry this game. Why didn't we try to run it right there with him in the red zone? He is our number 1 red zone threat. And also with the Ollie Gordon play, I feel like we should have ran a package out there where it's not so obvious what we're going to with our big back. I feel like we should have Devon Achane out there just to throw him off, do something. Maybe you fake it to Ollie Gordon, swing it out to Devon Achane in the flats or something, something like that. Not utilize your best player more when it's flowing and working. And that's what the defense is mainly worried about, is stopping the run so they can get the ball back. Or they can get a stop in the red zone and force a field goal, bend but don't break. I feel like we should have seen more. Mike McDaniel should have went to the run game more, knowing Tua isn't doing shit this game. He looked terrible this game. He looked like he was just there. He looked like he was out there playing like a, I don't even know what's the comparison. He's out there just managing the game. He looked like he was a backup quarterback. That's what he looked like. I mean, it felt like Mike McDaniel was going to trying to make some throws, and he just couldn't. Julian Hill wide open 3rd down. Throws it behind him. Waddle trying to get him going. Pick. It wasn't there. It wasn't there. Darren Waller could have threw it on. Devon Achane. There was also another play where we had to score a field goal, and he had Devon Achane, and Tua couldn't put him on him. Incompletion. Forced another field goal. Riley Patterson trots out. And that's the problem. I feel like Mike McDaniel was trying to get Tua going, trying to get his rhythm, because after the last game, he wouldn't look like he wasn't making any quarterback type, extending the play or making some big plays downfield. Even in the second half of the Bills game, they wasn't really there. It was Devon Achane with the big plays. Now we go to this game off the bye week. Mike, trying to get Tua involved, trying to wake him up. Nope. He couldn't do anything, and that's what happens. Then we went away from the run game, and then some bad things happened from there. But thankfully, we made all our field goals, and we were able to pull away, luckily, with a victory this Sunday. Now we look ahead to the Jets next week, and it's in New York. And the Jets also pulled off a victory against the shitty Falcons. Raheem Morris about to get himself fired for sure this season. But the Jets next week in New York, and hopefully Tua was able to do something in the cold. It was a weird weather game, but there's no excuse. The weather. I live in Florida. The weather stopped at the first quarter, so Tua needs to wake up. Hopefully, we beat the Jets. Let's go, Fins.